Hey everybody, Neil Thompson from Teach the Geek here. Have you ever thought of memorizing a presentation? If so, I say don't do it. And here's what you do instead. You figure out what your call to action is. So basically, what do you want people to take away from your presentation? Once you know what that is, then you could work backwards to figure out what you need to say that will lead to that call to action. So, for instance, I give a presentation where I talk to people about the importance of public speaking for technical professionals. And the call to action typically is for them to follow me. Either go to my website, go to my, well, come to this YouTube channel, maybe go to my podcast link, basically to learn more about me. So, what do I need to provide them so that they're more likely to go to my website, to go to my YouTube channel, to go to my podcast link? Well, I'll offer them tips on ways to improve in their public speaking. So I figure if they get these tips and they find them helpful, they're more likely to go to my YouTube channel, to go to my website, to go to my podcast link. And it works out really well. So now I know this is what I need to provide to these people to make it so that they do what I would like them to do. And what another thing that it does is it really helps in eliminating the fluff that you might have included in your presentation. God knows how many presentations I've been in where I thought this could have been a fraction of the time, but they included a whole lot of information that really didn't need to be there. But if I include these tips that are valuable, tips that they could use right away, they'll think this is good stuff. None of this was stuff that maybe I didn't knew, but I didn't know before. Or some of the stuff were things that perhaps I didn't think about before. And these are things that I could use. I'm more likely to give this guy a chance and find out more about what he does. And it's worked out really well. So basically, you start with that call to action, and you work backwards to prepare your presentation. And when you do that, there's no need to memorize anything. What you do is you figure out what those points are, and you practice the presentation until you nail the points and in the order in which you want to nail them. Because especially if you're talking to a non-technical audience and you're a technical person, it's really important to present the information in a way that they can take in. And you need to give some thought into that. So point one, point two, point three, what should they be? What order should the points come in? You know, when you don't practice these things and you just go off the cuff, it comes out as it comes out. And when that happens, you may not be presenting the information in the best way for a non-technical audience to understand. And if you're giving a technical presentation, that is so important to do because you don't want these people to not listen to what you have to say, since you likely put some time into putting the presentation together. So as I said, don't memorize the presentation. It's not helpful. Especially when you try to memorize, if you miss a word, you miss a sentence, that might throw you completely off. And then you're thrown into this tizzy, and then you don't know what to do, and then you start to sweat, and then you go into this tailspin. So come up with your call to action, determine what the points should be, and practice your presentation to make sure that you hit the points in the order in which you want to hit them. And then once you've done that, you should be more than ready to give your presentation. And if you're still nervous, you can look at you could watch the presentation or watch the YouTube video that I did a couple days ago, or was it yesterday? Well, earlier this week, on ways to combat your nervousness. That all comes full circle. Again, my name is Neil Thompson, founder of Teach the Geek, teachthegeek.com. If you wouldn't mind, you can like and subscribe to this channel, and also check out some of the videos that I've done interviewing technical professionals about their public speaking journeys. Some very interesting stories. Until next time, take care and stay safe.